Hi, it's Stephanie with Savoir Faire. I've told you before that content is king. So why would I be here today encouraging you to remove content from your website? Well, aren't I glad you asked? There are a couple of reasons to prune old content. I'll bet right now on your website there are blog posts or site pages that are old, outdated, or no longer accurate. And even if some content is accurate, it may not need a forever home. Retiring content is a great practice, but like many aspects of your website, it's not one size fits all. Content bloat is not good for your site. Google has principles around pruning your content, keeping it up to date, and keeping it relevant. Here's an analogy that I like. Let's say you buy some fancy new clothes. If you never got rid of some of your old stuff, you just won't have room in your closet for the new stuff. And then the closet becomes a jumble, which makes getting dressed difficult in the morning. Continuing the analogy, if you never clean out your closet, you could attract moths and other crawly things that are really gross. So, over time, you probably prune your clothes so your best stuff is most visible and most accessible. It's kind of the same thing with your website. So how do you determine which content to retire? Our SEO expert likes to say that it's a good practice to look at all your content at least every 3 years. You can do this with a tool that crawls your website, which indexes all of the content. That crawl will come back as a spreadsheet listing every page and every post on your site. Then you can evaluate the content and its relevance to your audiences, both human and Google. Then finally, retire content as needed. Here's an example. We're working with a client right now that has diluted its site value with a lot of content that has earned organic rankings for keywords that are completely irrelevant to the business. There's a lot of whimsical and anecdotal content that works for a lifestyle blog, but it really isn't as useful for a professional services blog. We devised a strategy for retiring this content so Google and human website visitors could more easily find what they're looking for. First, we removed old content and redirected old URLs to different related pages. Then, we bolstered good content, updated it so it's still relevant to the client's audience. Keep in mind, the tactics we describe here may sound fast and simple, but the process is really quite involved, especially if your content has been dormant for many years. We're happy to take a look at your site and provide guidance on where you might do some prudent trimming. It's just one more way we can help you make your content marketing matter.